Thank you for your interest in volunteering with HistoriCorps. My name's Liz, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what it's like to be a volunteer with the Workforce for Saving Places. So HistoriCorps' mission is to foster a preservation ethic in all through teaching preservation skills on preservation projects all across the country. HistoriCorps really is a workforce for saving places. Across the United States, there are thousands of historic and cultural resources that are at risk of being lost to time, often due to a simple lack of maintenance. And I'm here to share that you can be a part of the Workforce for Saving Places. So we're calling all of those who want to travel and camp underneath the stars, learn and improve their preservation skills, get their hands dirty, meet new people, and save historic buildings for generations to come. You can learn more at www.historicorps.org/volunteer. So it is free to volunteer with HistoriCorps. We do not charge for our preservation training events or kind of our volunteer vacations out on our great public lands. We do ask that volunteers provide generally a week-long commitment for the vast majority of projects, as well as a commitment to learning and working. This really does mean getting your hands dirty. We ask that volunteers provide their own transportation to the project site. Occasionally, I am able to hook up carpools. It just really depends project by project. And appropriate work clothes and boots. These are sturdy clothes that you're willing to get dirty. So these are things you might already have on hand, or you can pick up at your local Goodwill or otherwise thrift store. As well as personal gear for camping. And this could be all of your own tent camping equipment, RV trailer, depending on project access. And every project is unique. But these are things that our volunteers are responsible for themselves. In return, we provide staff, usually 2 staff on each project, to teach preservation skills and lead all of the project work. We provide all of the meals. We also provide all of the project tools and equipment. So everything from scaffolds to hammers to power tools, we have all of that. We also make arrangements for a campsite. So ideally, volunteers, all they have to do is show up, and we'll have everything ready to go for them. So from start to finish, so from the start, first things first, as of 9/29/2021, all volunteers are required to affirm that they will be fully vaccinated from the COVID-19 virus by the time their project begins. You can research upcoming projects at historicorps.org. Definitely check out the location, scope of work, the camping information, and make sure that that all works for you and fits into what you want your HistoriCorps experience to be like. And then you go ahead and register online. Those links are all there right in the project pages. We use a first come, first serve model for almost all of our projects. One thing we want to do is increase accessibility. So we do not use an application process. So once you register, you are in. And that spot closes to others. So cancellations are kind of frowned upon. So please, once you register, please be sure you're committed to coming to that session. Then check your email, make sure you got that auto confirmation after you register. And then in 4 to 8 weeks, you'll receive a pre-arrival packet, which will also be sent via email. Any questions you have, send them over to volunteer@historicorps.org. And then from start to finish, here's the finish part. So each project is unique, but generally this is the pattern that our projects follow. So volunteers will arrive Sunday evening to set up camp. We don't provide dinner this first evening. Folks arrive at different times. It's just kind of hard to schedule that. But starting with breakfast the next morning, that Monday morning, we'll have breakfast. We'll start doing our safety and stretching circle. This is a really fun time to get to know other volunteers, as well as just check in and make sure that we're all committing to a culture of safety on our projects. We do our skills training and our task assignments starting around 8:30 a.m. So this can be, especially on the first day, quite a lot of going over like, these are the specialized tools we're using, or this is the history of the site, or this is why we're doing it this way. So this is, Monday mornings are a really, really exciting time and full of learning opportunities. We'll work full days, Monday through Thursday. We'll obviously have breaks for lunch, water, and snacks. We'll have dinner that evening. The sessions end generally after lunch on Friday. There are a couple of just like FAQs that we get a lot. We keep our crews pretty small. That way we can provide a lot of really personalized attention and teaching and training opportunities for our volunteers. You don't need any special skills. Our whole mission is to really teach people teach people these preservation skills and inspire this preservation ethic. Another one I get quite a lot is, can I bring my dog? Really varies by location. For example, National Park Service sites may not permit dogs. So we follow the protocols of our partners, but even if dogs are permitted, they must be leashed at all times and kept away from the work site. This may not work for all dogs. Minimum age to participate is 14, but minors, those under 18, must come with a parent or guardian. And we usually announce new projects 3 to 4 months in advance throughout the year, usually via email. We also post them on our website and on our social media. So we work hard, we laugh hard, we forge new friendships, we bring people from all backgrounds in, from all parts of the United States and even other countries at times, to join us in really cool places across the country. And one volunteer, this is one of my favorite quotes, "I've never worked so hard, eaten so well, or laughed as much as I did on my HistoriCorps project. It's a great experience not to be missed." So HistoriCorps has been around since about 2009. We were originally incorporated as a program of Colorado Preservation, Inc., using funding from the federal government. This actually took quite a lot of work on behalf of the founders, so federal agencies, preservation advocates, volunteer organizations, and a lot of trips to DC to find funding and ways to make this program, this dream, a reality. As a result of this, all of this commitment, all of this time, all of these relationships that were built, HistoriCorps received $400,000 in seed money from the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009. And it was then that the program was launched again under Colorado Preservation, Inc. And the first project in Saguache, Colorado took place. The rest is history. Most of our projects are still on public lands, made possible through partnerships with federal, state, and local agencies. We also do partner with private nonprofit organizations. Our workforce partners include several youth conservation corps, Job Corps, and others across the country. HistoriCorps uses a partnership model. We aren't a construction company, we aren't a contractor. This is what makes us pretty different. So we really are a partner. As a nonprofit ourselves, we are mission driven. For us, it's not just about accomplishing the scope of work and checking off all the boxes. It's about teaching and inspiring a preservation ethic and all. We rely on our project partners to nominate potential HistoriCorps sites and then to obtain funding and all necessary permits so that we can work there. We work with our partners every step of the way, and often by partnering with a nonprofit like HistoriCorps, that can really give a boost to grant applications. So you can learn more about our model and submit a project at historicorps.org/howwework. So one question I get a lot is, how do we accomplish so much work in a given season? And the answer is, we have a hypermobile model. We have 7 or 8 trucks and trailers that our staff will deliver to projects all across the country. We'll be on site for, say, 2 to 8 weeks, really depends by project. We'll do our project work with our volunteers and our other workforce partners, and then once we're done with our time commitment there, we pack up and we head on to the next site. So these trucks and trailers are full of tools and equipment, our canvas wall tents for cooking, everything we really need to be a step on, step off partner for preservation. Mission of inspiring a preservation ethic and teaching folks of all skill levels and all backgrounds historic preservation trades is, if this really speaks to you, we'd love to have you as part of our community and as part of our future. We aren't all volunteers. We do employ several staff on a seasonal and full-time basis, including those who are already experts in their field or folks who are really new to the trades and really want to make a career out of this. We can't do what we do without the support of individual and corporate donors. All gifts are greatly appreciated, and you can review our 10-year strategic plan. It's really exciting, and learn how you can support our future at HistoriCorps.org. This is one of my favorite quotes. "We shape our buildings, and thereafter they shape us." It's Winston Churchill. So here I have 2 photos side by side of Forest Service staff at a fire lookout tower in northern Colorado, an historic photo over there from 1942, and then on the right, a modern photo of a youth crew who was up there restoring it. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to learn more about HistoriCorps, that's my job. I'm here to help. You can reach me at 720-443-2123 or email me at volunteer@historicorps.org. I'd love to connect. Thank you so much for the time, and I hope we see you on a project in the future. Bye.